Yeah, welcome to Share Trade. This is Raj here, friends. Today I was watching the markets from the sidelines. Because basically, I don't know what the hell is happening. I'll be honest with you. I'm just a retail investor like yourself trying to figure out. In the morning itself, I had decided that I'm not going to do anything in the markets today because I don't know what the hell is happening. Basically, the tariff issues still remain. What did we get? At the most, the postponement of the deadline for 50% tariff on Europe with the hope that by 9th of June, everything would be resolved. I don't know. What about China? We have not yet got the tariff agreement with China. And of course, across the board, there is a elevated tariff as compared to where we were when the markets were at this level before. So what is the reason for this optimism? And I'm going to just briefly take you over to one reason I think that could account for the positiveness that we are seeing is that the consumer confidence came way above forecast and consensus and also above the previous. It was up by 13 points. 13 points is a lot. I count that again. 85 plus 13 gives you 98. So there is nothing wrong with the mathematics. 13 points increase in consumer confidence. So what warrants this consumer confidence jump by 13%? I remember the times when we never believed the numbers that were released by China. We always used to get news reports that would say that it's not the actual numbers. Now, we have had our employment numbers revised back multiple times. And the reason given was that there have been cuts made to the BIS, and therefore, many times they take approximations. And then when they get the actual numbers, they revise it backward. And that was the justification. And everybody bought it. But what do we do with this consumer confidence number that has gone up by 13%, which is significant? And at this point of time, we are talking about layoffs. We are talking about costs going up, and the consumer sentiment does not reflect what is happening out there. So either I'm in a media stream where I'm getting all bearish news and the ground reality is totally different, or the market is on something else. So when I'm in doubt, I tend to stay away. So I stayed away today. Now, having said that, let's go and have a look at the damage or the good things that have happened to the genomics sector, and then we'll wind up this video. But I would like you guys to give me some feedback in the comment section, giving an idea of whether you really believe that consumer confidence has grounds to be improved by 13 points. Do you think all the news about potential layoffs and other things are false? So I'd like to hear that from you, because you guys also look at media. Maybe I need to burst out of my bubble. So that said, let's go on and have a look at indices. So Nasdaq futures continues to go up. It's up 2.05%, and it continues to go up. It has a resistance at 5,996. That remains, and support remains at 5,835.75. Nasdaq is also on its way up, and it has converted a resistance at 21,272 into a support. Right in the morning, I had mentioned that this is going to happen. And yeah, it's happened. It's gone up, and we have a resistance tomorrow at around 21,463 for Nasdaq. Dollar index has also jumped up very smartly. The support worked at 99,197. And our 10-year yields have also dropped. And it's looking much better right now. It seems like we have fallen below this diagonal line of support, but the market is still open. We'll see where it closes, and then we'll take stock of this tomorrow. Everything is starting to look miraculously good. Now, having said that, let's look at the indicators. S&P 500 has gone above this huge area of support. This is really good news for all the investors, because we are again range bound within these two areas. We are still in a bull flag formation, so it can break up and go above further. Now, am I 100% certain about that? No, I'm not. But technicals indicate that the possibility is quite high that we may have this particular action happening where we break above this horizontal line of support at around 5,988.24. And we have NASDAQ, which has also broken above this huge area of supply. I'm just going to pull this out here so that you can see what it looked like before. And we are just on top of it. So this entire area now becomes an area of support. And this is very good progress for NASDAQ. And we are still in the bull flag formation out here. I'll consider the area all the way from here to here as a flagpole. And therefore, if this is the flagpole, and if we break out of the bull flag somewhere out here, then I think that we would probably go all the way up to 23,051. So that's the projection that we have out here. And we'll break through this diagonal line of resistance, which is going to form a resistance tomorrow at 21,865.82. So that's the technical projection. And you have VIX, which has dropped significantly and has come down by 7.83%. Again, a really good move. It has gone way below 20. So that's a very healthy situation to be in. And gold has given up gains by 0.83%. This also indicates that the market has completely pivoted and gone towards getting reinvested in the market. The fear is gone. And there is a great deal of reassurance because the consumer is happy and the consumer is feeling confident. So I hope and pray that the consumer confidence reading is genuinely accurate and there is no major inconsistencies in that. That said, I'm going into genomics and I'm going to look at Prime, which was down 1.55%. We are still in the same range that we were for the last week or so. And the same set of resistance and support will apply out here. I'm just going to pull this out and say that we have a support at 1.15 and we have a resistance at around 1.64 for tomorrow. Intellia was of 1.80%. Support continues to be 8.97. Resistance continues to be 11.33. CRBU was up 6.86%. Support continues to be at 0.70 and resistance continues to be at 1.27. Now let's look at Beam. Beam continues to have a resistance at 17.52 and a support at 15.83. Altimmune was down 3.50 today, 3.50% today, and support continues to be 5.32 and resistance continues to be 5.80. Verve was down 1.61% today. It ended the day at around 4.29, and so far there is no additional trades out here. So I do not see any movement post-market. But given that it was at 4.29, I think our support for tomorrow will be 4.12, and the resistance for tomorrow is going to be 4.38. Editas was up 6.45% today. That was a neat move. And I'm just going to magnify this for you guys. I'm recalibrating the chart, so please bear with me. Now, if you look at what has happened out here, we briefly pierced this minor line of resistance and we came back down again. And I think tomorrow we are more likely to challenge this because MACD is also bullish and momentum is also above average. So we'll have to see if it moves further. And I'm thinking that it's likely to go up further if this current bullish momentum persists. If you look at Illumina is up 2.64% today. And post-market, it has dropped 0.02%. But all said and done, if we look at Illumina, we are going to have a support at around 80.78. This is going to be our new support for today and for tomorrow. And going forward, the resistance, I'm going to just pull this out here. That's it. So the new resistance is going to be, I have to pull this down a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, so the new resistance is going to be in the area of 87.17 all the way up to 89.54. CRISPR Therapeutics was up 1.93% today, and it ended the day at around 37.57. And its resistance for tomorrow is going to be 38.66, and the support for tomorrow is going to be at 38.63. Allogene was up 1.89% today. And post-market, it dropped another 0.93%. So it has given up almost half of the gains that it made during the day. And we have a diagonal line of support, which is running out here. So I'm going to just pull this out and take it out further so that we can see that for tomorrow, our line of support is going to be 0.589 and resistance is going to be around 1.35. So that's what I would say. And if I want a more tighter resistance and support level, I would draw a line out here and mark this as a minor support, because it's been a fact that for a couple of times we stopped at that level and bounced back up. So I would say this could be a minor line of support, and a resistance at 1.36. Grail was up 5.38% today. Support continues to be 37.80. We ended the day at 42.34. And our resistance is at 45.56. PACB was down 1.26%. Friends, I have got some good news for PACB. I'm working on a video on that. I'm hoping that I would be able to bring it out tomorrow or day after. But they seem to have some breakthrough in China. That's the subject matter. So the video is going to be not just on PACB, but also on ILMN. It will be a 2-in-1 video. Next, let's look at ARCG. ARCG was up 2.92% today, and post-market it's flat in the trading action. And this is a bull flag, and I think the bull channel is out here and the bull flag is out here. I have not seen it break down below this line, so I'll still consider it a bull flag. It's going to have a resistance at 21.60. We ended the day at 21.53. Support is going to be at 20.22. If we break down below this support, then it will no longer remain a bull flag, in my opinion. And I'm thinking, let's hope for the best here. If the bullishness in the market persists, thanks to the consumer confidence, I think we'll see a lot of improvement in ARCG. VRTX was up 2.29% and ended the day at 446. And our resistance continues to stay at 449.44. Support continues to stay at 429.23. And then we have Ginkgo Bioworks, which was down 2.86% during the day. It ended the day at around 6.79, but post-market, it picked up 1.91%, and it's right now at 6.92. However, its support continues to be 6.44 and resistance continues to be 8.39. Unicure was up 2.24% during the day. And what I am seeing out here for Unicure is a kind of reverse head and shoulder. Please indulge me while I just draw this out. I think there's a reverse head and shoulder. And if the reverse head and shoulder happens to be true, then we would see the share prices bounce up, which means that we have to break above this resistance and this resistance tomorrow. And you guys know how to plot the price target. So we have not yet triggered the reverse head and shoulder, but once we trigger the reverse head and shoulder, I think we'll trigger it when we go above this line of resistance at 16.88. At that time, I'll draw a target for it. So that said, let's look at IMTX. IMTX was down 3.52%. And again, we have a reverse head and shoulder, which did not materialize. And I'm just going to remove that artifact from there so that we don't look at this again for the time being and keep the chart really clean. Next, I have got KBEO, which was down 4.67. I'm going to remove this from here because I already sold it off. I don't want to keep that here. We'll continue to look at PGen, but that should be around August when their PLA will get approved. So we'll revisit that closer to August. So that said, that brings me to an end of today's session. And as I mentioned earlier, right, it's never possible to know everything. I'm out of whack with the market right now, and I can realize that. So I'm not doing any trades. I'm just sitting on the sidelines, and I'm watching. I'm taking profits wherever I can. I didn't have any opportunity today, so I didn't do anything. And tomorrow I'll try to see if I can do something. Google has been picking up. I have a little bit of Google left with me. I have a little bit of Nvidia left with me. I'm not touching any of those because it's bar minimum at a very low price that I bought it at. So I'm going to leave that. That's my speculative portion at this point of time. Speculative because I really don't understand what's happening with the market. And the technicals indicate that we have more bullishness ahead of us. So I want to believe what the technical is saying, but my focus on the fundamentals kind of make me feel worried about it. And also I'm worried about the next tweet or statement that may come from the White House, which could upset the apple cart. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I want to hear from you guys. One of the reasons why I started this channel was to create a community of retail investors with whom we can exchange ideas and get some better understanding of what's happening with the market. And it's time now that you guys give me some feedback, because I'm floundering here. I'll be honest with you. I need some feedback from you guys. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.